Did you bring what I asked for?
You convinced Jack, your son, that you were dead. So maybe you could give Jack a little grace here.
Hey, Nick. Long time no see.
The Young and the Restless, YNR, update for Tuesday, July 7th, indicates that Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, will score a win over Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, while Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, loses his cool. Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, will also get ready to return home, so there'll be a lot happening in Genoa City. For starters, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, will receive emergency treatment at the hospital, where he'll barely be clinging to life. It'll break Diane Jenkins Abbott's, Susan Walters, heart when she can't be there by Jack's side, but she'll be stuck defending herself against Patty's accusations. Patty is responsible for stabbing Jack, but she'll maintain that Diane is to blame instead and could easily get Dr. Lawrence Markham, Jerry Burns, to support her claims. Dr. Markham may insist Diane is dangerous and assure Detective James Burrow, Matt Cohen, that Patty's right about her forcing her way out of his care to attack Jack. That's not what happened at all, so Kyle will lash out as he defends Diane and tries to get Detective Burrow to see things his way. Even so, Detective Burrow may end up arresting Diane once Dr. Markham is supporting Patty's version of events. Regardless, Diane will face a setback on Tuesday's YNR episode thanks to Patty, who'll feel like she's pulling off a big win. Over with Nikki, it'll be time to decide what's next since her hospital release is imminent. Nikki may expect to go back to the athletic club, but Victor will pipe up with a decision that'll throw her for a loop. It looks like Victor will announce that he wants Nikki to move back to the ranch and live in their home again. This is the familiar house that Victor recreated for Nikki, so he'll apparently push for her homecoming since her family can care for her there. Even if Nikki tries to argue at first, she'll ultimately surrender and head back to the ranch to be around her loved ones as she recovers. However, there are no guarantees when it comes to Nikki's eyesight returning, so she'll fret over what'll happen once the bandages finally come off. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nikki has more challenges ahead of her this summer, so stay tuned for all the difficult news ahead. Elsewhere in Genoa City, Patty's shocking move continues generating unexpected consequences. Some characters view her actions as reckless and dangerous, while others begin wondering whether she may actually be trying to help. Her complicated history makes it nearly impossible for anyone to separate her past from her present, leaving every interaction filled with uncertainty. Even those willing to give her the benefit of the doubt remain cautious, knowing that Patty's emotions can change in an instant. As new information slowly comes to light, opinions begin shifting, but the full truth remains frustratingly out of reach. Michael refuses to give up despite the obstacles standing in his way. His plea becomes more than a simple request. It becomes an appeal for understanding at a time when fear and suspicion threaten to divide everyone involved. He reminds those around him that anger often leads to regret and that rushing to judgment can destroy lives. Still, not everyone is prepared to forgive so easily. Old wounds remain painfully fresh, and years of betrayal have left deep scars that cannot be erased overnight. Michael understands that rebuilding trust requires patience, but circumstances may not allow anyone the luxury of time. The Abbott family also feels the impact of Billy's increasingly difficult situation. Loved ones begin asking uncomfortable questions, trying to determine whether Billy has been completely honest with them. Family loyalty is tested as different members disagree about how much support he deserves. Some believe he is being unfairly targeted, while others worry that his history of questionable decisions may once again be catching up with him. These conflicting opinions create emotional divisions that threaten to deepen as the investigation continues. As Patty's actions become the talk of Genoa City, speculation spreads rapidly. Rumors circulate, assumptions are made, and private conversations take on greater significance than ever before. Characters who once remained on the sidelines suddenly find themselves drawn into the growing mystery, each holding small pieces of a much larger puzzle. With every passing hour, it becomes increasingly clear that Patty's shocking move has consequences reaching far beyond what anyone initially expected. Billy continues searching for a way to clear his name while protecting the people closest to him. Unfortunately, every attempt to explain his actions seems to raise even more questions. The pressure begins affecting both his personal and professional relationships, leaving him isolated at a time when he desperately needs support. As emotions run high, Billy must decide whether complete honesty is worth the potential cost or whether keeping certain secrets hidden remains the safer option. Michael's determination never wavers, even as the situation grows more complicated. He believes there is still an opportunity to prevent lasting damage if everyone is willing to communicate openly and resist making decisions based solely on fear. His experience has taught him that appearances can be deceiving, and he encourages others to consider every possibility before reaching irreversible conclusions. Whether his message will be heard remains one of the episode's biggest questions. By the end of Wednesday's episode, viewers can expect several dramatic cliffhangers that leave major storylines hanging in the balance. Patty's true motivations remain uncertain, Michael's emotional plea may or may not have the desired effect, and Billy's interrogation could uncover revelations that change the direction of multiple lives. Alliances will be tested, trust will continue to erode, and unexpected twists will ensure that no one in Genoa City escapes the consequences of the day's events. As the drama intensifies, every decision carries greater risks, setting the stage for even more explosive confrontations in the episodes ahead. With shocking surprises, emotional performances, and suspense around every corner, Wednesday's installment promises to keep fans guessing until the very last scene. Wednesday's episode of The Young and the Restless promises an hour packed with suspense, emotional confrontations, and shocking surprises as Patty makes a move that leaves Genoa City stunned. Michael Baldwin finds himself making a heartfelt plea that could change everything, and Billy Abbott faces intense questioning that.